Good morning, everyone. I was going to try to do this a little longer, but I think this is going to be a very short video because I am absolutely froze. Um, I want to talk about natural selection, survival of the fittest, and being prepared. Okay. If you are familiar with Darwin's Origin of Species, and his idea of natural selection, then you're already ahead of the game. First of all, let's talk about the animal kingdom. In the animal kingdom, only the strongest and smartest breed in order to keep great bloodlines. Now, before you start thinking I'm going to talk about human bloodlines, not going to happen. I don't talk about that stuff. That's not happening here. What I'm talking about is survival of the fittest. And that's very much like natural selection. Animals only breed with the strongest. Maybe they do. There's birds that bring gifts and offer the female. Yeah, I don't like that one, but I like this one better. Okay, you're my man. Or the weavers, they build this nest and she goes and inspects them. Oh, okay, this one's good. That one's not so good. I don't like your housing situation. With some mammals, the dominant males will fight for breeding rights, and those that cannot be the head of the herd don't get to breed. Now, this keeps the genetics strong in our wildlife, and that's just how it is. Um, in our society, we don't look at that. We don't look at, oh, let's just kill off, the weaker. Uh, we'll just use if your eyesight's bad. Okay, we're not going to take you out of the breeding pool because you have to wear glasses, or we're not going to take you out of the breeding pool because you have anxiety, or we're not going to take you out of the breeding pool period because that's just inhumane, right? But what we are going to talk about is survival of the fittest when something could happen. The fittest in a survival situation for humans are the ones that can adapt to their environment, adapt to the changes that are going on around them, be prepared for whatever may happen. Um, Humans are extremely adaptable because we, and just in clothing, period, we have summer clothing, we have spring clothing, fall clothing, and winter clothing. And our winter clothing protects us because we don't have the fur. Most of us don't. Some of us do. Don't forget that. Okay. But anyway, humans who want to be ahead of the game, have a plan, those are going to be the ones who survive bad situations. And I want everyone to understand that in order to survive bad situations, you have to have a plan. You have to be able to adapt. You have to be able to, um, uh, you know, overcome the obstacles that may be thrown in front of you. My Here on my homestead or little farm, whatever people want to minimize it or whatever, um, I can run. I have things to grab if I have to leave. I have stuff here if I can stay. I have stuff here that if I need to plant, you know, crops, I have the seed. Um, Being able to overcome the obstacles is very challenging for some. They don't plan ahead. Oh, everything's going to be okay. Is nothing going to happen? They're not going to survive. Okay. If things get bad, the people that do not have a plan, do not have an objective to survive, won't survive. So it will be about survival of the fittest, or the smartest, or the most prepared. I'm just saying. I've got to go in. I know this is super short, but I am absolutely freezing. I could have expounded on this a lot, but I thought I would just keep it very, very simple and let you know you need to be ahead of any kind of problem that may arise. be able to run if you have to, be able to stay if you have to, be able to plant crops if you have to. Make sure that everybody in your family, everybody in your vicinity is either like mind or has the idea that maybe they should put up some extra food, grab some seeds, maybe start a garden. Out here in rural America, it's a little different than living in the city. For city people, I would say I would not want to be there. I would plan ahead and try to figure out a plan of action to either get out of the city or to have a safe place to go that's in the rural area. Maybe your family owns property way out way, and just let them know, hey, if something goes on, can I come out here and have a plan? Now, this is also where I'm going to tell you that if you are going to be leaving any area, this is where you need to collect your paper maps. Whether you've printed them off your computer or whatever, it's important to have paper maps, because if stuff really gets bad, you're not going to have a cell phone. You're not going to have GPS. You may not even have your car running. You may have to figure out a plan of action to get out of that area. I would do it now. That's just my opinion. I can't stand being in the city, even though I miss Cincinnati so bad. I loved going downtown Cincinnati and seeing all the sights and all of the fun stuff. I do miss it. But I'm safer right here. So, in order to be a survival of the fittest human being to your best ability, have a plan, have a goal, and know that you need to overcome obstacles and adapt to your situation. Bye, y'all. Hugs for distance. I am absolutely freezing. Bye.